She's seriously adorable. She already has a fun personality, so I'm gonna make her stay all day and we're gonna hang out so I get to know her more. But no, so I'm excited. She is from Salt Lake and we are going to do a darling cut on her. And I'm excited that she talked to me about her hair because I'm sure you guys can relate to this, a lot of you out there. She's been trying to keep this longer. Of course, she hasn't had it cut since February, so it is longer than she usually has it. But she's been trying to kind of keep this longer. She feels like she's a thin, you know, up through here. She has a couple cowlicks, which the cut we're gonna do is awesome for cowlicks. You'll love that. But what I'm gonna do is take some of this bulk and length. And that's what I want you guys to know also is sometimes, you know, if you feel like you need to cover that, some will keep it longer, but actually going a little shorter is actually going to help that, which she's good with. And she said she wants it short, fun, spiky. Now what I'm gonna do is use the thickening products and stuff at the end, which will be so fun. You'll be able to see the difference for sure. But so anyway, wanted to show you guys that. And then she has a couple of cowlicks back here. So if any of you out there have cowlicks, this is a fun cut for that also, because when we dry this, it's just gonna kind of go back and forth and just kind of stand up. So it actually helps. So, all right, JoAnn, let's get started. We're gonna start with the back. We're gonna just keep this short, easy. So we're just gonna come straight across here. Just gonna do a blunt back. And that's the best part too, JoAnn, don't you think? When you get that hair and you get this all trimmed nice and smooth, it's, I swear, that definitely is a good feeling. Okay, then the little trimmers, I'm just gonna come across here. Just kind of trim that, clean it up. That's the thing too, I kind of like to comb that down. You can see where it's gonna kind of land after you comb it down. Okay, perfect. All right, now what I'm going to do is start at her top, okay? We're gonna take this tight, take that length off. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna start to watch this shape up when we get to this side. Now, we want it like short and spiky so she doesn't have to do much with it. So I'm going to about, I would say a couple inches, okay, on the top. Of course, point cut. You guys know I love to point cut. We like a little bit of different, when you cut in this way instead of just straight across. Just gives it a little bit of texture. Okay, and I'm coming straight out from the head so you guys can see, you know, I've followed that guide point up here. And then from this point on, right here, so you can kind of see I'm coming from the ear. Now I'm going to start turning my fingers towards JoAnn's head here. Now towards the bottom, my fingers, I can feel it against her nape area right there because I want that tighter down here. So you can kind of see it goes down like this. All right, now I'm gonna come up. See that guide point right here? That's what I connect it to. Okay, this way. Because we're gonna texture this real good also. Okay, this is where we're at, the ear area. Now I'm gonna just take my fingers, go in this way, and now I'm getting towards this nape down here. So now my fingers are really touching the bottom of her neck. Okay. Now this way. Point cut, point cut. It was cute when I was watching JoAnn. You know, we're talking about her hair, how she styles it, how she wants it. Anyway, and it was cute because she's like, well, just do whatever. I mean, whatever you want to do, you can. I'm like, okay, perfect. Let's do this. So we're just gonna do it fun, short. No, but even like she said, it's fun to start watching a haircut as you go, because see, you can see this, how it's long, and now you can start to see this shape up through here. That's really fun. Okay. All right, this way, same thing. Now we're here by the ear, so we're coming in. You doing okay, JoAnn?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
good.
perfect. Awesome, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Start the angle in. And that's what's nice is you have that hair that you've cut on that section before, so you can just actually follow that. Now, JoAnn, the other thing that I didn't ask, do you want this over your ear, or do you like a little bit of hair over it?
You can do whatever you like. I'm fine with both.
See, did you hear that? I love it, it's so cute. See, so, you know, when she was telling me, when I got to talking about her hair, she's good with whatever. No, that's cute. And I told her I love this. This is going to really show off her gorgeous face. It will highlight, and so it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to show her the before and after pictures. That's gonna be really fun. I'm telling you what, I really appreciate all you that are supporting me and watching me, just like JoAnn driving down from Salt Lake. You know, it is so fun because not only do I just being here in my little town, you know, I know some people can go into certain places and get cuts and, you know, either come back or go somewhere else. But in my situation, I feel so blessed because I get to see these people and be their friend and not only just do their hair, but know them from here on out, you know, and it's been so much fun. So I just feel super blessed. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'll come around this side. I'm gonna just hold her ear down with my comb. Now I bring my shears around. I'm just gonna take this off so we can clean that up to the back of her ear. You can see that. Okay, all right, now I just kind of want to show you. You can see this right here is shorter, and I'm gonna come back through and texture this when we're done, but I'm just gonna come up this way. This is a way that you can double check your work, is come up from the bottom, and if there's any hair poking up, you can see if it's out of line, is what I mean. Okay, all right, perfect. All right, now this side, here in the middle, you can see that guide point right there. So point cut, point cut. Okay. Now we're here to that middle again. gonna start the angle. And then down here at this bottom, probably feels weird how every time I get there, you can feel my hand like really tight on your neck. But that's what we like. We want to get rid of any of this hair. We want to tighten this up, and it's going to give a lift here. So the tighter here, the more lift it looks like. Even if you're thinner, you're going to look like you have more lift here if this is tight. If this is bulkier, it's going to look thinner up here if you have more hair here, because your eye goes to that bulk. So, all right, now this side. How was your Mother's Day? Did you have a good Mother's Day?
I did. I
Good.
had a great Mother's Day.
Good. I'm so glad. I just can't believe it's here and gone already again. Like, oh my goodness. Time is flying, for sure. Okay, now this is the area where she's starting to feel my hand tight against her neck. Okay, I'm gonna hold out this way. Yeah, it was fun. I had, so my younger kids, well, have two older, 22 and 20, but my younger, my 14-year-old and my 16-year-old and my 10-year-old ended up doing this precious bracelet for me and had all my 5 kids, like my 3 boys' names and my 2 girls.
Nice.
Isn't that fun? I just thought that was so special. All right, so of course I'm taking this bulk off down here. Just keeping that tight. And then tight, you know, by her ear, just come in here. And we can double check this in a second, you know, coming up the other way. Oh, and there goes my comb. Okay, here's another one. Okay, same thing. Just gonna hold her cute little ear out of the way. Come and take this length off. You won't want to feel that on your ears ever again, JoAnn.
Okay.
Once you get that off, I'm like, that feels so much better. So I make sure all the little hairs, you just keep going back and forth here. And then same thing on the other, like I did the other side. You can just come straight up. See how I'm going up this way? Just to double check things, like there's a little bit longer there. Okay. Oh, caught it, caught the comb. That usually doesn't happen, so. Doing pretty good with catching the comb, I guess, for a second at least. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray this down a tiny bit. Okay, now I'm gonna come straight across, okay, on her top. So there is the short piece, you can see that with the long. Just gonna make sure my fingers are going straight across. Of course, I'm gonna come in and point cut into it, but I do wanna go straight across. So yeah, she doesn't love her bangs in her eyes, you know, to have it long. I know, you know, she wants to feel like she's covered a little bit so she doesn't feel so thin, but this cut will be so good for that. It's just gonna, it'll be fun for you to see the difference. I'm excited for that. Okay. All right, so, and then of course, you can come back this way and double check it. I just like to have more So you can see that it's straight, but see how I kind of nicked into that? That's the way I like it, just for a tiny bit more movement, okay? All right, now her ears here. I'm gonna just hold this out. I'm not coming straight up, I'm just holding it out a tiny bit. Now her sides, I wanna just soften up some. So we will, you can see I'm just coming like this, connecting, like my little noises I make. Oh, gotta love it. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this out from the bottom length. I wanna show you that. See that bottom length there? I'm holding there and then I'm taking my shears and just going into it this way. Getting excited, JoAnn?
I am.
Good, good, good. I was telling her before she come, it is crazy. The women that I've met from out of town, so many of them start with a J. I've had tons of JoAnns, Janets, Jans. I mean, it is hilarious. Oh, there it goes. See, I talked too soon. Okay, now I'm gonna come up by her ear. So you can see it's kind of up on her ear. So it's not hanging over, but it's not extremely short over her ear. So see that? It's kind of still touching her ear, but it's shorter, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna come up, take a little bit of that off. And then we want some around her face, so you can tell that this is long. We don't want that in her eye. So we're gonna bring the shears in this way, open and close, open and close. JoAnn, it's gonna be different when you go to watch my videos and you're on there. It's gonna be great. She's being sweet. I mean, of course she didn't love the video idea, I don't think, but she did not complain one time. She was just a sweetheart and said, you know what? Yeah, just do it. So I went to take her before pictures and I'm like, okay, let's have you stand right here. And she stands to the wall. So her back, so the back of her head. She's like, okay, here you go. So yeah, that shows how fun she is. She's like, yeah, this is my best side. I'm like, what? But yeah, it's fun. She is fun. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna hold the hair over her ears. You can see the top layer out here. I'm going to connect that layer and come down this side, okay? Again, that top layer from the side. Okay, so by her ear here. Then I always like to kind of comb it down this way and out this way. Because when I go to style it, that's how I'm going to dry it. I'm going to kind of dry it down and forward this way a little. Okay, so I'm going to bring this length off. Remember, we're going up by the ear. Okay, perfect. So it touches the ear a tiny bit, but not a ton. Okay, so right here I can tell this is too long. See how that's poking out? So I'm gonna take a little bit of that length off first. Okay, and then I'm gonna duck here, sorry. And then I'm gonna bring the shears in this way. Open and shut softly. take little sections out of this hair. Sorry, my comb was probably in the way on that. What I was doing is just kind of holding this hair a little bit, because if I'd push it down, it would kind of move. There you go, see that? Okay. And then of course, you guys, if you've seen me cut before, I always love to cut a little after if we need to. Okay, now for her bang area, like I said, she kind of kept it longer and tried to kind of pull it this way. But what we're going to do is take and come up here and just take these bangs a little shorter. Sorry, that's gonna tickle. Hopefully not too bad. If so, just stop me and I'll, or if you need an itch. Okay, then of course I'm not gonna go any shorter till we dry, because when you dry it can always shrink. So, but now, so this back, I wanted to show you guys, it kind of goes in this way, okay? A good way you can double check if there's extra length where there is a cowlick, you can go the opposite way. So this cowlick's coming this way, so you can go the opposite way, and you can take that a little tighter. Because what happens is when you cut it and it's already like falling that way, it's gonna be a tiny bit longer. And so I always like to come back on sides with cowlicks, just so it stays a little bit tighter. If you guys have had cowlicks, you know, before, and by the time you get back and it's like bulky in that area, that's why. If you just take it, same like with this, it kind of comes in. So if I take this up, take a little bit of that bulk out, then by the next time you go back for your cut, it won't be bugging you as bad in the back. Of course, I should leave it a little longer, JoAnn, so I get to see you sooner.
I'll be back.
Good, good, good. I love that. Love it, love it. So same here. Okay, I'm just holding that. Kind of go on an angle in and up just to tighten that. So, of course, people with thinner hair are worried about texture. It's totally fine. It actually is better to texture. Of course, you want to be careful. Like, I'm not going to go crazy in her crown area, but she does need a little bit, okay? So you don't want to go by a hairline or a part, but up through this area, I'm going to hold this up, and about halfway in, I just did like 3 little things, okay? 3 little shut nut like that, okay? Same here. I just want some movement there, which we had already give with the shears, but I want to give a little bit more with the texturizing shears. Okay, and a little bit in the sides, and a tiny bit here in the back and in the crown. And then of course it's thick down here, excuse me, so I did go through there and just take a little bit of that out. Okay, and then you can just comb it out. Okay, now, root lifter. Hallelujah. This is gonna hold it up. And we might even wanna go a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna dry first. This is what I want you to know also, is if you're not sure and you think, ooh, I think that needs shorter, actually, seriously, just dry it first. You can always cut it shorter when it's dry. I'm feeling like we might want to go a little shorter here, but let's dry it first, see how it goes. I can tell this is a little long here. I held both sides out. This is a little bit long here, so I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of that off. Okay, all right, so I have the root lifter and then 1 squirt of the mousse. I'm gonna put that throughout, which is crazy. You think that one squirt isn't gonna be enough, and it truly is. Okay, now anybody that is thinning on top or feels, you know, like, oh, I don't wanna show my scalp. This is a thickening spray, and you just barely, so I just did 3 little, you know, like that. You don't wanna like, you don't wanna put it too much on. But anyway, that's over the mousse. That is gonna make it feel and look thicker. And I'm excited for you to see it when we're done, so you can see like how this, like with it being shorter and that. I'm really excited. Okay, so JoAnn, in the bag, I'm just drying it down, okay? Just dry it down. You won't really even need to worry about that. That's what's nice too about going so short in the back. Don't have to worry. Don't have to mess with it, huh? Turn on my flat iron. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So what I'm doing here is I'm blowing this down, JoAnn, but I'm blowing some towards your face. Okay, so same over here. Blowing it down and towards her face. Okay, then I'm gonna turn it on high up here. I'm gonna go back and forth to get the movement and the fullness up here, and especially use, you know, that root lifter in there. You wanna go back and forth on different, like, areas, just because that's gonna give you more volume. Now, the Epic brush, we've all seen this. This is a little bit of heaven. And it's nice, you don't have, like, even though you have mousse and thickening spray, it feels good, right? It's not like
wonderful.
pulling or... And then I just turn it on low. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you close your eyes because I gotta see in the mirror, okay?
I've been keeping them closed.
That's awesome. Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm coming up here, and I'll explain this to you when we're done, okay? Out of the video, I just wanna make sure the cut is right, but I don't want you to see it till we're done. So this is how I'm going to see if JoAnn's hair is where it needs to be. So you just pull straight out from the head. Okay, you can see that I pulled straight out. And same here, here. Just kind of pulling this down. And the sides out. Okay, so now after I do that, I'm just gonna kind of comb this. Okay, one more time, close your eyes, please. Just wanna see. Yep, I'm gonna go a tiny bit shorter. And not much, but I just want this to stay for her, and I don't want it to grow out too fast. So I'm just going a tiny bit more. I'd say quarter of an inch. So the top was good, that length was good, but I'm just bringing it a little bit shorter from there to the front. I'm excited for your husband to see too. It's gonna be fun. I love these changes, you guys. Of course, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that. I'm definitely a little bit obsessed. Okay, so I'm looking at her bangs. I think those are pretty darn good of where I want them. Yeah, yep, I think that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna take the clay and I just take a little chunk there, rub it in my fingers good. So it's kind of all over, okay? So then I'm gonna start like grabbing with fingertips. So I use my fingertips first.
I think that feels good.
Doesn't that feel good? It's like just sit here and play
really
with my hair.
I could go to sleep.
Good. I love that. That is good. Okay, now same thing with the bangs, you guys, as the sides. So really wanted this soft against her face and flowy like this. So of course I'm just taking the clay and piecing that out and up through here. Okay, then I take my pin comb, my Walla comb, pin comb. One time it was called the Walla comb. The other time it's called a pin comb. They kind of changed it up. So if you have the Walla comb, you're good to go, or if you have that pin comb, you're good to go. So either or. Okay, so I'm going in, down, and out. And then what I'm gonna do is spray, and then take my comb and just kind of take the ends of it and just kind of push it back into place. It's not like you're taking the back combing out, just kind of placing it. That's what I love about the clay too, is it will piece it out, but you can still move it. It's not sticky. Okay, now this side, same thing. In, down, and out. In, down, and out. So JoAnn, I always like to spray after you back comb, okay?
Okay.
It'll help it stay in. Haha, I'm getting so excited. It's getting so close, you get to see your new you. Okay, and then of course this middle, I'm gonna come and back comb this. The bang area a little. Okay, so I'm gonna drop those. Spray. Okay, now, JoAnn, sorry, one more time. Just keep your eyes closed.
I will.
You're such a good minder. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna turn her to the mirror because I wanna see like if she's good or if I need to fix anything. So I'm gonna turn her this way. Okay, sorry, let me look this way. Okay, just gonna back comb a little bit over here. And spray. Haha, so exciting. Okay, now, you guys, I think we are good. Okay, are you ready to check it out?
I am.
Okay, go for it then.
Oh my goodness, yes.
How does
I
that
do
feel?
like it. I like it.
Do you like that?
I do, yes.
I mean, I know that's probably like, because you're used to having them long, you know?
Yes.
So it's, but, and there's a couple little pieces here that I want to make sure are, you know, short enough, but how's that feel?
It feels great, it really does.
No, what about the, I mean, does it feel good? I mean, you don't feel like
I don't feel like I'm scalped or
that your
anything.
scalp.
No.
Good. I know, because that's kind of the scary part about going different, is you feel. But anyway, I'm going to turn her around so you guys can see. And it's so cute. All these cute little fringe areas. I love it. And you guys can see, you know, her her area back here with her cowlicks, they just stand up. So that's what's fun. I love it. Anyway, but okay, JoAnn, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you coming down, and I get to meet you in person and do a fun new do. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Really excited to have JoAnn here. So thanks again. Jump on my email list below. And if you need any help, just email me or text and we can get you helped out. So thank you. Have a good day. See ya.